So anyway guys, so what I'm doing now is I'm learning to speak up more words, but I'm learning how anything that I'm doing today in terms of life is because I spoke the words for that. And if I sleep and never sleep, it's because I spoke words for it, and that's it. I mean, you must understand that what's important is understanding yourself to the degree that you can go and lift yourself up. And I'm learning very quickly about life to help myself to grow. But I'm understanding straight away how I need to go and help myself to deliver content. And I need to do a video a day on YouTube. I mean, I need to be staying consistent on YouTube. I need to relax. I need to find freedom much more in what I say and what I do. I see for myself at least I'm understanding how to perform much greater. I'm understanding how to live in the conditions of coronavirus now much better. I'm understanding straight away how I need to help myself to grow. But what I'm doing now is I'm helping myself to come back to the word I, because I feel that the word I is everything. And I understand straight away that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly that my skill set is coming back to the word I when I speak and when I do something, because it's more how you need to grow yourself differently that makes the difference. So what I'm doing now is I'm helping myself to elaborate about everything. So what I want to do is listen to my track about I Am Balkan while I actually speak to you guys, and I just use my earphones for that, and I'll let it be that way. And I make sure always to deliver content while I speak more words is much more how I feel. So it's more how I fall asleep when there's nothing to do. But there's always something to do in my life. I have to be getting up way earlier. I have to get up way earlier. I have to do aspects of life way earlier. I never need a cigarette in my life ever again. I'm learning how other people have friends and stuff like that. I'm learning how I'm doing my life differently. I'm learning to help myself to grow myself, but everybody's alone eventually, and I understand that all friendships fall apart in the end. And as soon as somebody's more successful than other people, unfortunately the other people get jealous. I understand that. I see anyway, so as I'm growing, I'm looking for a better way to improve my life. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning very quickly about life. And I'm focusing on developing my life moving forward. But I feel how other people never care about me. And it's true that they never care about me to a certain level. But then they do care about me too. I feel I never need other people to care about me. I understand straight away that what I need to do is grow myself differently and find a better deal for myself and learn to progress forward in a way of love and fortune, and be able to talk to you guys much more better about everything. And it's much more how I feel. Like it all works out for me this way much better. So I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to grow myself differently, yeah? I'm learning how to help myself to do a greater way of life. So I'm learning how to develop my core strategy to understand. I'm listening to a music track now, I'm learning how to understand. I'm listening to Iron Balkan, which I made just recently. I'm not saying that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about helping myself to grow. So as I help myself to grow, I'm looking for better ways to deal with life. I'm learning how to focus on a greater deal about life, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I have a better attitude than that. And it's never about sex with other people, but it's more about helping myself to grow myself differently. And you guys have to understand straight away how to deliver content. I mean, you guys have to understand how to deliver content in different ways. So I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to help myself to just grow, and that way I'm learning very quickly about life. But you guys have to understand straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to improve. I'm looking for better ways to deal with life, and I'm making sure that I have more than enough success to deliver content. So that's how I feel. I feel different, but you guys have to feel different about your life. And do I want to change anything in my music track? I say nah. I say nah. I'll let it be that way. I say anyway, it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I want to let it all be. I want to actually go and see that I can change up the hats and clap to make it a bit more louder. I understand that, so I'll let it that way. See, maybe I'm going to do that for myself, and I definitely have to. I make sure I can go and increase the level of the hats and the claps a bit louder in the mix, and I'll let it that way. I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm understanding straight away how I need to help myself to deliver content, but I'm learning that nice beautiful feeling of help myself to move forward quickly. I'm learning how to deliver content, and that's how I feel. And no matter what I'm doing now, I'm learning very quickly about life, and I'll help myself to move forward, and that's it. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly around life. I'm learning how to become the best version of myself personally. And I'm learning how to have a great time. So anyway, I'm learning very quickly about how my link is working now on Instagram. I'm learning how to develop myself over here. So what I need to do is understand straight away that I'll never give up. And what I do with the backlash of people toward me on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that is keep creating videos and keep going with it. And it's the best I can do. I mean, I understand now that I need to catch the interest of people much more. And how do I do that? See live events in front of people and paid promotions. Much more paid promotions. And that's it, I approach it much more. How I feel that no matter what, I mean, I'm learning how, for me it never works, does it? For me it does work, but I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to help myself to succeed differently, and I'm enjoying myself, and it works out for me to just grab a torch for myself and learn how to penetrate myself to do greater. So I'm learning how to do that for myself differently. I'm learning in a way of the direction of love and the ways of moving forward, and I'm helping myself to grow myself, yeah. See, it's more how I feel, and how I feel is different, and I need to help myself to grow. So no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. So every single day now, I need to wake up like this, talking more words of encouragement and doing much more work. And now I'm doing much more work anyway. I'm doing my work daily. But no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about how people might not listen to me much. I mean, in a sense, so I'm learning how to just grow myself differently and help myself to love life in this direction, moving forward. So it's much more how I feel. And how I feel is different, but I can see straight away how I need to grow myself differently, yeah? And I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to develop myself, yeah? I'm learning how to help myself to love life. I'm learning to enjoy myself, yeah? And that's how I feel. I feel different. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to understand straight away that I'm doing my work right now. And I need to understand straight away that I need to grow up and I need to get up earlier. I've been sleeping too much. So it's more how I feel. And no matter what, I never allow myself to understand something. And it's much more how I feel, and how I feel is different. And I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to understand my own background track, it's good. I just need to put more percussion into it. I need to make sure that the hats can be shown in the track. And a little bit that way. So it's much more how I feel. And it's much more how I need to help myself to grow. I'm learning very quickly about life, so I'm learning something different about my music and what I'm doing, so that's not sure how I feel. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning very quickly about life. So anyway, so that's the kind of intriguement I need, which is to help myself to develop my sound, and I see to understand straight away, I understand to straight away just deliver content much greater. And I'm learning very quickly about life. And I learn how to do life differently, yeah? I'm learning how instrumental goes. I'm learning how to help myself to develop love and interest for myself, and how to develop musical equipment and musical sounds that go to a certain level, and And as I say straight away, that's what how I feel. Yeah, I'm learning very quickly about life, yeah. I'm learning how to understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly that I'm learning very quickly learning now how to deliver content, but I need to understand straight away how to make melody music and make a vocal sing to it. And that way I go and start my rhythm music and that's the only way I love this much more how I feel. I'm learning very quickly about life. How rhythm music is something that goes with the rhythm, but it's not the melody really. I see the melody really is something that goes from start to finish, such as I didn't feel that it's all about the melody track. And it just makes sense for me to do a great job like this, to be able to develop on something great for myself. So I'm saying that no matter what, it works out for me. It's not sure how I feel, so that's not sure how I need to grow myself. And it's not sure how I need to develop, so I'm learning very quickly about life and interest. I'm learning how to understand much more love and interest for myself, so I ask Jesus Christ what to do. I see Jesus Christ says keep going. So it's not sure how I have faith in the most affordable way to do something. I see it's not sure how life can get boring if you're never teaching people. I see if you're never teaching people much, eventually life gets boring. So pick up the phone and start teaching people more and more. And that way you can wake up earlier. And that way you can do aspects of life earlier. If you're teaching people more words, you have to show up for it and you have to see straight away how it's done. With you just speaking to an audio program 24/7, but I see, but that's the way it is. And as I say straight away how life can get boring. I feel life can get boring having nothing to do. And yes, I'm saying straight away what you have to do something. And that's how I feel. That's all. So anyway, I say it's much more how you have to grow yourself differently. So what I'm doing is help myself to grow differently. So not to do bad food. So I'm saying it's getting hot as well. And I live that way. So anyway, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to develop. I'm developing myself. I'm developing myself and I'm learning to have freedom in my life. I'm learning very quickly about life, so I'm learning how to do life greater. I think so. Anyway, I think that's why I see in high school the teachers were very kind toward me. I see it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how to understand my life. I'm learning very quickly how to understand my life. Doing much greater than life itself. So I'm learning very quickly to enjoy myself. So what I want to do is help myself to make these kind of tracks moving forward. And it does get me into the actual motion and it does pick up as well. See, I Am Balkan musical track does get me going. And it's actually the instrumental. It's actually making me go, and it's new sounds after new sounds, and it actually does work out for me to actually do it. I'm understanding something that I'm looking at in life, and I see how much of a failure I am. I see how much I sleep. I sleep so much these days, and it's more because I feel in the morning when I wake up it's just very scary for me to start speaking more words of encouragement, because it's just a boredom. Because it's like there's nothing to do when there's something to do always. And I'm learning very quickly that I don't want to sleep so much these days. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life, that my beautiful work of art or music track is actually working. I'm learning how to just help myself to grow, and it's working out for me. I'm learning very quickly about Iron Balkan mix, and I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to have curiousness about my life, to let go of the past and to move on from people of the past. I think just keep giving them silence is the best way. So anyway, so I've learned very quickly about life. I'm learning very quickly about how to outperform myself and how to live life. Another lie. Unfortunately, it's more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that there's more ideas coming up for me personally, because I need to be able to intrigue myself to teach you guys my story and outcome every single day, and I'm learning very quickly around life and how to perform. So I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, it's the best I can do right now. So the best I can do is to speak in audio programs with you guys and listen to music at the same time. And I'm understanding that. I understand straight away it's much more. I say it's much more how I feel. I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to help myself to go forward. I'm learning very quickly about life. See, the best time for me to talk to you guys is when I am listening to my own music, or when I'm listening to music overall. So what I want to do is help myself to just walk around for a bit, and I'm learning very quickly about life. So I'm understanding straight away how I feel. I feel nice and beautiful every single day, so I just am finishing up doing a greater job for myself. So I'm always doing a greater job for myself, but you must understand, guys, delay sex after marriage, as Jesus Christ says. And try to understand straight away that you must never be shaming yourself about how many people you had sex with, or how many women or men you have in your life. First, you must understand that what's amazing about this life is being able to grow yourself differently, and being able to control yourself to love your life, and being able to see a nice and beautiful prediction of whatever's about to happen. So no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. So if you're just enjoying yourself differently, then you're enjoying yourself in a way of moving forward. And you have to understand straight away how it feels to be able to grow yourself in the best kind of ways. So moving up forward is much more how you have to understand straight away to love your life, yeah? And love your life differently, and be able to produce a better way of life and notion for yourself to grow. So what I want to do is understand something. That's much more how I feel, that I'm learning But am I learning fast enough? I ask Jesus Christ. I see Jesus Christ says, yeah. Actually, as long as I'm doing something to help you guys to succeed. Unfortunately, it's just a notion, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I'm worthy of attention. And I'm worthy to help myself to deliver content better. I'm understanding how I can upload content very quickly online. And it's much more how I feel. That no matter what, it's already online. I realize everything is on my Mega Drive already. So I'm understanding something. I'm understanding to just help myself to deliver content. And I'm learning how to dwell upon having much more space for myself, because I see how when you get much more in age, how you just need much more space around you to walk around and to do your life. I'm understanding that. I'm understanding how people go in the mortgage trap. People working 9 to 5 job to get into a mortgage, to have kids and stuff like that. So it's much more how everything's uncertain in that, which that's all uncertainty. And you have to understand straight away how everything can be taken away from you. In terms of all the money you put into the house can be taken away from you as well. So what you do is you learn to understand that the banks always have control of your assets. But unless you have control of your assets, just make sure you understand that the banks never have control of all of your assets. So make sure you understand that you must be your only asset. So you must understand that no matter what, that you are your own asset or liability. For instance, you are either putting money into your pocket or money is coming out of your pocket to become in debt. For instance, now your habits are liabilities or assets. I in my life have more assets than liabilities. I have much more assets in my life than liabilities because I'm more willing to go the more affordable way. And I'm more willing to go the best path for me personally, because everybody's path is different. Now for myself, my path is much more different than everybody else's. So I have to go and respond in a better way and direction. But I'm understanding something. I'm understanding how I feel over here and my dad's over here. I'm learning how I'm safe. I'm safe. But it's just me over here. I feel that no matter what, that my life is going long. I'm understanding straight away that I'm doing a great way of life for myself. So what I want to do is see to capitulate something. Now I'm learning very quickly about how I can replicate certain music patterns. And I can certainly have that nice and beautiful temptation to grow myself differently, yeah? And I'm learning how to help myself to do greater. So it's much more how I feel. And how I feel is different, and I have different music, I have different ways of doing stuff. But all my music has been different until now. And that's why I'm learning very quickly how to grow myself. And I'm learning how to have much more honesty with myself over here, to love my life. And it's much more how I feel. And what I want to do is love myself differently. So I'm understanding straight away that if I'm helping myself to grow, that I'm helping myself in the best kind of manner moving forward. And I'm understanding straight away how I need to produce content. So it's more how you produce content and you move on. And you produce content and move on. And I'm understanding that. I'm understanding how my time is in devotion to you guys who are listening to me. I see how I can upload all this content online and how I can dwell upon helping myself to grow. And I'm learning how I need to call up ACX to see exactly the process. But I see the process and I see what they're doing. But no matter what, I'm learning that no matter what, that my process is similar but different. And I'm learning how to grow myself differently, yeah? And I'm understanding straight away how if I put all my music content, if I put all my content on SoundCloud, approaching nobody's going to watch it on SoundCloud. Actually, they have no time for that. Actually, if I put all my content on Mega Drive, apparently they have no idea where it is. I'm not sure, although somebody may approach my content and start reading. But on YouTube, actually definitely, actually some people also come on my YouTube channel and they will never read something out of it. But it's much more how it is. And I have to upload as much as possible, yeah? I have to upload as much as possible, I have to do as much as possible. I have to do as much as possible, at least. So, it's much more how I feel. And you have to be uploading daily into YouTube. And what's the deal with YouTube? I mean, I have everything the most affordable way in Mega Drive. And that's much more how I feel. And I'm learning something. I'm learning that Jesus Christ has full faith in the most affordable way for me. And I go the most affordable way until something better comes up. And that's it. So actually now, what I can do is create more pictures and more ways of doing stuff. And more ways of printing and everything in terms of life, where I can learn how to grow myself. And I'm learning how to persuade myself to become like a news channel. And it's much more how I'm escalating forward and I'm escalating forward and I'm moving forward and moving forward and uploading content and uploading content and uploading content all day long. Uploading content. And it's more how somebody sees it and somebody picks it up and starts reading. And if you never read it, well, actually you never have to. But I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning to do myself a favor here. I'm learning to just grow myself differently. I see my dad sleeping over here. And I have to get myself a new selfie stick. So it's much more how I feel. And I'm learning quickly. I'm learning how if you want to upload audio straight into YouTube, actually then you have to do something in regards to helping yourself to share it in a better direction. Because YouTube never ever does actual audio content, because it does only video content into YouTube, and that's it. That's it anyway. I understand Jesus Christ has full faith in the actual most affordable way for me, so since that's the case for me, I'm understanding to just keep going that way. And I'm learning very quickly about life. I asked Jesus Christ, how else can I prosper my business forward and moving forward? And Jesus Christ says, that's a question for Jesus Christ over here. Like I say, Jesus Christ says the I word, in terms of the word I, is the best way forward. And that's the way. That's the way. I'm the way forward. If I go and replicate Ozonify in different ways, I mean, am I learning something along the way? I mean, maybe it's different sounds. See, anyway, I'm learning how different aspects of life are happening for me. I'm learning how to understand straight away that no matter what, I need to make some money. I need to make some money very soon. And what am I going to do with the money? Well, once I get the 9 to 5 job, I'm ready to go and get a wife. I'm ready to make a family now. So that's all it is. Actually, my fame around the world and going around the world DJing is as far as my mum goes. And as far as my mum is willing to go about it, actually that's as far as I'm willing to go for it. But why? I said, no. I said, it's more, I want to stay close to family. I want to stay close to family. Because if I go around traveling the world, it's not sure how I feel. I try to go around the world as much as possible, but I understand it's a lone road. I'm understanding that, and I'm letting it be that way. I understand my mum will leave me very soon as well. My dad will leave me sooner than that. And it's more how it is. I'm learning, so for myself over here, I'm learning how to just be spiritual. And as I be spiritual, I'm learning very quickly about my life and how I'm moving forward. So I'm understanding that the more I upload content online, the better I am, and the more I move forward. And I have so much content to give, but that's what I'm uploading. I'm uploading all this content online. I asked Jesus Christ, shall I put my Mega Drive links anywhere else other than Instagram, or just in Instagram? I see Jesus Christ says go and put it in Instagram. And where else does he put it? I see I put it in Linktree. I see now, and Jesus Christ says let it be that way. See, Jesus Christ has faith in that. See, Jesus Christ has faith in me over here and where I put my links. I'm learning how I enjoy my music track on Spotify. And it brings me back into a time of Brisbane over there and how I was. And I'm understanding something. I'm understanding how I'm learning how to move forward, yeah? I'm learning how for billions of years to come, I understand that my YouTube content's still going and still helping people, at least. But I understand straight away that the more I upload, the more I'm certain that my other content is going to be up alive somewhere helping you guys. So I'm not saying that I go for it. I asked Jesus Christ, does he go for extra, and does he go and upload his content to YouTube as well? I asked Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ says, he says, why not? I see Jesus Christ says over here that it's more affordable for me to upload it into Mega Drive alone. I see, what does Jesus Christ do? Does Jesus Christ alone upload his content to Mega Drive? Or does he use also YouTube and Mega Drive together to correspond to more videos in those platforms? How does he go about it? I see Jesus Christ says, upload to Mega Drive and try to upload more content into YouTube. But although Jesus Christ has more faith in me anyway, uploading my content into Mega Drive. See, now how can I ask Jesus Christ, how can I show people my work that I've done with the nice and beautiful Mega Drive on YouTube. I mean, how else can I upload it online? I mean, what tools can I use? I mean, how else? I mean, what other applications can I use for this? Why don't you Jesus Christ says, why don't you just YouTube? So just YouTube. So YouTube is the big one. See, it's I'm learning very quickly about life. That I'm enjoying myself anyway. I'm enjoying my life. So what I want to do is learn to understand, to listen to my music when I'm talking to you guys. It's the best time for me because I'm multitasking like this, and I'm focusing on a greater way of life this way, and learning how to help myself to never be forgotten. I'm understanding I'm doing far more work for the world than people of the past in my life are. Over time, I'm doing far more work, and now if I just go and upload more content than them on YouTube, I'm helping far more than they are. I can always have that kind of status. I mean, that's my work, yeah? Whereas my work is uploading content online, yeah? And that's it. And just keep uploading online. And now, ask Jesus Christ, how can I interact with people? In terms of, how can I do much better on YouTube channel and Instagram to have more following? So Jesus Christ says, that's the thing, I promise you, they want to see much more interest. I mean, they want to see much more than what I'm doing. I wish I gave it all. I'll give my all. See, what else can I do? I mean, I'm giving it my all. I see, anyway. I see it's much more how it is. I've given my best shot. I've given my best shot, so I just keep going that way. I'm doing better than other people. I'm learning anyway that people have a gateway toward me in life, and about 8,000 people have seen me and my YouTube profile. I have 41 followers, so I'm learning anyway how to dwell upon life and how to use the Master EQ fade to dwell upon life much better. So what I want to do is learn to experience much more about life. So what I want to do is help myself to penetrate myself to do better. I never want my work to be for nothing. I did all that in my Mega Drive. I want people to check it out. I want people to see all of that work. I want to expand my future. I want to expand my horizon. So what I do is I need to make more YouTube videos, of course. I have to do much greater in that. And I have to plan out my life. And my life has to be in a video much more. I'm understanding anyway. And what I'm doing is helping guys and women out there and everybody in my Mega Drive as much as possible. I'm saying that my YouTube videos are now growing. I'm growing my YouTube channel, but it's more how I need to upload as much as I can into YouTube, and that's it. Push upload as much as you can, and that's it. And just keep going. Push, that's all. Push, that's all you have to do. Push it, and then that way at least you're uploading some content online. And doing some areas of life good. So it's much more how I feel. And no matter what I'm doing a nice and beautiful life for myself. And it's much more how I feel. It's much more how I need to grow myself differently. So I'm learning how to escape to do much greater. So I'm learning how to do much greater for myself anyway. So as I talk to you guys is when I'm uploading my content as well. I'm learning how to penetrate myself into better ways of living and better ways of doing stuff. I'm learning how to have a great time. And since I have a great time with you guys, I'm learning how to just extract something I'm doing, and I'm learning to have a better way of dealing with life for myself over here. And I'm looking to help myself to explain more of life for myself. So it's more how I feel. That I admire my decency to keep trying and to keep doing much more. But I see Serbian audio programs, I see how much there is to upload. And it's all in my Mega Drive. I mean, if they just go into my Mega Drive, I mean, you have to understand. First you have to click into my link, and it's much more how I feel. I see my recharge expires in 2 days time. I want to see how much I have over here in terms of life over here. I see 9999. Same balance. I'm just going the most affordable way. I see a bell. I'm learning to have myself a good time. I'm learning to have myself a great time with myself, so anyway. I see if you guys are really performing and outperforming yourself, then you have to grow yourself. Say video software. Say video software. Say video software. Say video editing software. Say over here. See, it's much more how you guys have to understand that there's always a free way to upload content. And what I'm understanding about life is if you upload a video via the laptop way, so it has to be video files. See, select files. See, it's an invalid format. See, they have to be video files that go into YouTube. See, checking one found. See, somehow I have to interact with people much more, and I have to understand straight away how to grow myself differently, but it's all working out for me much better. I'm looking for better ways of improving, and it's helping me move up. And what you can do is you can do a paid promotion on your videos as well, and people can find your videos this way too. And I'm learning how to help myself this way. I'm learning how to help myself to grow. I'm learning, so what I do now is I find myself doing much greater, so I want to help myself to do that, for example. So for myself, let's see, for myself over here, if I go into Mega Drive, and if I go into something over here, I see when I do something to help my life, I'm always making sure I'm delivering content, and I'm learning how to go into my podcast over here. And now let's just download one of these podcasts. Someone's saying straight away, I just want to download one of these podcasts right here. Let's have a look. Let's see, I downloaded one of the podcasts right here, and I want to drop it into the FL Studio. I want to see, does it work? And I want to see how it goes for myself, so I can develop life for myself, so I can do a greater job for myself anyway. I'm learning how to help myself to grow. But I asked Jesus Christ, does he have full faith in what I've done? I mean, Jesus Christ says, yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ says that he has full faith in me. See now, that file never does drop into FL Studio. So what I need to do is understand that. I'm understanding that what I do now is I'm learning how I grow. See, MP3 drops into actual FL Studio, but M4A never. See, so anyway, I'm learning the key art of persuasion over here. So let it be that way. I'm learning that nice and beautiful way of life. I'm learning different aspects of life differently, and I'm learning how I'm going a better direction for myself at least. I'm learning how to understand something, that it's not sure how I feel. And I can do it all over my phone and with my phone, but it's more how I feel. See, it's so much uploading to do. I see, it's much more how I feel, and it's more how it's a lifetime process too. I see now a little bit that way. So what I want to do is control myself. I want to understand straight away how I'm learning to love my life, and since I'm learning to love my life, I see that they rarely ever go to SoundCloud for anything, but yet again it's always on SoundCloud, isn't it? I see, it's much more how people can see my nice and beautiful content over here, but it's more how I feel. I'm learning different architectures of different ways of doing something. So I have over here how many hours of videos. See, let's have a look. I have 322 plus 131 plus 53. I have 506 hours of videos. I can say I have 21 live coaching videos. See, so what I want to do is I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning quickly how to just go into my YouTube channel here, and I'm going to help myself to dwell upon life much better. So I see it's just the one over here, which is my life coaching podcast. See Grant Cardone's one over here. And how do I just delete that? So what I need to do is I need to go into my life coaching podcast over here, and I need to go and help myself to talk more words daily, to find more interest in my life. So as I find more interest in my life, I'm learning to help myself to grow myself. And yeah, so let me go into my channel over here. Let's go into my channel. Let's go into my playlists. I have to go into my nice and beautiful 1 hour podcast playlist. And I have to remove from life coaching podcast videos. And a little bit that way. I'm learning how to actually thrive up my intention to keep growing. So as I grow myself, I'm learning how to help myself to move forward. I'm learning how to grow myself differently. So I have to put myself on the video camera and I have to start doing much more of those videos for you guys. So I'm understanding straight away, I'm learning very quickly about life. And do I want to put myself on video at all anymore? Or should yeah, or should I do? I do want to. I understand straight away how I feel. I feel that no matter what, the 506 hours of Danny Milivojevic is more than enough for you. I'll put more of Danny Milivojevic up. I promise you, ask Jesus Christ, how much work does he want me to do in this planet? I promise you, Jesus Christ says, do as much as you can. I mean, do it for Jesus Christ. I do it for Jesus Christ. See, anyway, so I have full faith in my Mega Drive over here to just keep going for myself over here. Because guess what? I understand how much content there is to upload. And eventually down the road, I just have to upload as much as I can. But I'm doing that right now in my Mega Drive. And my YouTube is always up and running. I mean, my YouTube is always there, helping people. But the more I can upload, the better. And the more I can upload into YouTube, the better. So what I need to do is get my ass done much better. I'm learning to have full potential over here, to go into Mega Drive, to download all of that nice and beautiful content, to do much greater for myself, personally. So I'm learning very quickly about life over here. I'm understanding straight away that it's just nice and beautiful for me to deliver content. And this is the long version. I have a long version over here of my soundtrack. Say soundtrack, long version. See, it's more how it is. And I'm learning very quickly about life. And you guys have to learn also much quicker around living your life much better. See, this is my saxophone version over here. See, so I'm looking for better ways of improving myself, guys. I'm making sure I have the nice and beautiful persuasion party going on. I'm learning to help myself to grow. Helping myself to grow much more differently. So I'm learning how to help myself to grow. And that's it. Apparently you must understand straight away how I'm learning. That if you guys learn how to grow yourself, that anything's possible. As long as you're willing to persuade yourself to love yourself much more. I promise you, just learn how to grow yourself, yeah? And I made some nice and beautiful cool music. I have to understand something now. I made some cool music. I realize that. But what I want to do is get down to business while uploading my other content. Now, where is it? I understand straight away that it's somewhere around here. So I'm understanding straight away that I want to upload just my content to forever be in YouTube. I want to upload all my content to be in YouTube. See, all my busking performances are in YouTube. And everything that's my podcasts, radio shows are different. See, it's much more how I just go and dwell upon doing my life much greater. So what I do is I help myself to process everything in terms of life moving forward. And I put it into a YouTube video. And then that way, I realize that way you can listen to it. And that way it's online for myself to help myself to grow. And I'm looking for a better way to improve myself, yeah? I'm looking for better ways to deal with life. I'm understanding that. I'm understanding that my capture album and everything that's in my capture album is done for. I did upload everything already. I'm willing to restart and refresh and execute the recovery bin. I'll go for it. I'm learning how to quickly develop. So as I develop, I'm persuading myself to love life. So it's much more how I feel. If you want to grow yourself differently, you have to be very funny in the process. You have to be a comedian. And you have to learn how to go and grow yourself, yeah? So no matter what I'm doing, that I'm doing that nice and beautiful way of life. So it's much more how I'm helping myself to improve. So you guys have to understand to improve yourselves daily and to daily have a rise of tide with your name, because I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself differently, I'm improving myself in the best kind of ways forward. I'm moving myself into a heartfelt knowledge world of spectacular ways of living. Say 372. I'm learning the aspect of life of moving forward, guys. So you have to understand how to move forward for yourself. So as I grow myself differently, I'm helping myself to persuade myself to see much greater. So as I see much greater, I see a greater way of life for myself, and I have a greater way of being. I'm being much better. I'm doing much better materials. I'm seeking out better courage. I'm seeking out ways to talk to you. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about how to love myself in the process of everything. And that's what you guys must be doing. So you must be giving your time toward yourself. You must be enjoying the process along the way, in terms of along the way. And you must understand straight away how to help yourself move forward. So you must understand that as you move forward, you're learning very quickly about the notion of love and interest in your life. I can say you're learning how to show courage in daily life, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're improving yourself along the way to live a life that's worth living, to make sure that no matter what, that you're improving your life, because that's what it's all about, yeah? And it's all about smart living intentions, and that's what you guys need to be doing. And as soon as you guys love your life differently, I understand straight away you guys need to help yourselves to see life much greater. So that's why I'm understanding straight away. I'm learning the process of art. Well, actually, that's more enough for you. And the thing about... So anyway, so as I grow myself differently, I'm searching for better ways to improve myself. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning very quickly about becoming much more. And it's much more how I feel. I'm interacting with people as best as I can. I'm doing as best as I can on YouTube. And people have to get the notion of recovery, but anyway, I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning much quicker about how to live my life in the process. And since I'm understanding straight away how to understand my life over here, how to breed quality for myself, I'm learning something for nothing. I'm making sure I'm helping myself to improve. I'm looking for better ways to deal with life. I'm looking to read something. I'm looking to dwell upon my life much greater, because if I upload 2 hours per day online, that's 6 years of content. That's 6 years of content I can do every single day. Of uploading, I'm just uploading online 2 hours per day. It's more enough. That's already good enough for me, and that's already something that other people are never even doing. I mean, in a sense, so I want to upload all my Serbian content into YouTube. And let it be. I'm just in the process of life, just constantly be uploading your content up online the most affordable way, and that's it. And do it the free way. I mean, I have free Wi-Fi, and why not upload for free online into YouTube as much as I can, and that way I have no regrets, because I gave it my best shot. I mean, in a sense, I'm learning how to understand anyway. Those who actually see your content when you post them your content are the ones who are your fans, which they follow you always. But actually, it's much more how it feels. But you must understand straight away that if you do something to help your life to succeed, then you're just enjoying yourself, yeah? So I'm understanding my dad's sleeping over there, so I never want to wake him up. But I'm trying to be smarter. I'm trying to be on top of the game over here. I'm trying to make sure that no matter what, that my life here is improving. So as I improve my life moving forward, I'm understanding that I have plenty of time and space to do so. I'm making sure that I have to read something. And now, what do I read these days? I read sales books. I read anything to do with self-development. I read anything to do with business and careers. I do anything to do with spirituality in life. I see anything to do with Jesus Christ. I read all these books. I mean, that's all the books. I mean, economics books. I love economics books. I love anything to do with history. I love history too. I love history. I understand. I read politics. I read politics as well. I read everything. I read everything, guys. I mean, anything to do with health and vibrance and vigor and strength and confidence and habits and improving your habits daily and investing in mindset and having the best mindset and being alone and loneliness and drugs. And I study upon drugs and veganism and food and labels and packaging and business and investing and stock market. I read it all. I read as much as I can. I read everything. I mean, I have time to read everything. I mean, read video to video to video to video all day long, but make sure you're doing much more content. I mean, be producing content, because if you're just reading in this lifestyle, or if you're just reading and reading and reading, it never means that you're doing. But if you're doing something to help people elevate something by talking it out, and the more you talk, the more you walk. But the more you read, the more you have to seed. I mean, understand? Actually, when I realize when I talk to you, I seed. I'm seeding a tree in you. I'm putting a seed in you right now by giving you ideas. But if you're just reading from me, then you still have to seed me. And you have to seed for me too. Actually, you have to give me some of your thoughts and your ideas. And you have to speculate with your ideas and my ideas and thoughts out there. And you have to give it your best shot. And you have to give me your best shot. And you have to give me that nice and beautiful voice of yours. And I have to see you. And I have to be up front with you. And I have to look at you. I mean, you understand? I'm making sure anyway that what I'm doing now is I'm over-delivering content on YouTube. I'm over-delivering. And people have no time for it. I understand. I understand that people may never follow me on YouTube. But I understand that. But the thing is, it's there. And it's done. And Danny Milivojevic done something in the world. And go and check it out. I mean, he done something at least. I mean, understand? I promise you. I have a mobile phone. I realize every single video you see that I have in my YouTube channel, I upload it via my phone only. Actually, every single video was processed through my phone. Actually, every single video that you see on YouTube, that I have on YouTube, I've done through my phone. And that's it. My phone alone has an application, UCut application. And I upload everything of videos. I quantize it into the best quality. And I just go for it. And that's it. Actually, you guys have to understand straight away. I'll put my life coaching podcast in low quality version. Just so I can upload it much quicker. Because it's just a podcast. Actually, just audio podcast. And that way I'm learning very quickly about life, yeah? And I have all these fashion photos, and excellent. I do have all these fashion photos on myself. Because what I can do is I can keep producing content. I can keep uploading content forever now on YouTube. I'll let it be that way. And I still have to do my 1 hour a day YouTube videos. And now that's something different. But that's personal success, freedom and courage and love and vigor that I give in the world. I mean, understand? Actually, now there's going to be a vocabulary of Danny Milivojevic in the planet somewhere. And Danny Milivojevic is his own entity and his own being. So if you learn from him, you learn spirituality, you learn different fatiguing ways of life, and you learn different ways of life is what I mean. And you have to learn how to speak these words of encouragement to people. And once you learn how to speak to people these words of encouragement, then you're learning very quickly about love and interest, and you're learning how to dwell upon your life much greater. But never rely on other people for anything. Other people never do it for you for free. Allah. Or should they never do it for you? Or should they do it for themselves? You understand? Or should, if it's in there for them, I'm pretty sure what's in it for them? Or should you have any money on the line for them? You understand? Because they never do it for free. You understand? Or should. So go and figure out the best things in life which are for free. Or should the best things in life are free. If you ever heard the saying, the best things in life. Bullshit. What's important is understanding straight away that if you want to help yourself to grow yourself and outgrow the potential that you have in life, that you're making show in life, that you're showing people, that you're showing off. I mean, show off in front of people. And it's much more how it is. I mean, you have to understand straight away to make people laugh, yeah? We make people laugh in different ways. And no matter what happens, you're always going to be a star, yeah? Allah. But you must understand straight away that no matter what I'm doing daily, I'm focusing on helping myself to grow, yeah? I'm focusing on developing myself. And now what I want to do, first of all, is I want to upload all this Serbian content up online. I want to upload all the Serbian content I have into YouTube from now on. Because there's some videos there and there's some courses there that I need to elaborate on. And I need to help people with in terms of spirituality and stuff like that. So I'm not saying straight away I want to help people do that for themselves. And no matter what, I'm learning how to go and develop myself. I'm learning to develop myself, I'm learning to have freedom, I'm learning to have courage and faith in myself, yeah? And I'm learning to also be part of a community of people. But the thing is, I never need a community of people right now. Whereas what I need is to be alone right now. I need to be alone. I can never be with other people. I don't know why. I realize why is that? I realize because if I go around other people, I realize it's because I need to do something better with them. I mean, yes, and I only go with other people when I need to do something better with them. I never go around other people because I have everything already with myself. And that's why. Right now, everything I need is with myself right now. I'm always processing something. I'm always making sure I'm developing in my life. I'm developing my life forward. I'm moving forward. I'm making sure I'm learning something for nothing. I'm making sure I'm helping myself to grow, yeah? I'm growing myself differently. I'm enjoying myself in the process of love and faith with myself. But that's how I see life. I see life differently. I see life manifesting for myself. I see I'm actually excellent because I'm learning very quickly about life. So what I want to do is help myself to grow more and more and more. And it's much more how I feel. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm understanding how much of a brat I was. I was such a brat. I understand? I mean, what kind of brat? I mean, the kind of brat that makes you angry. I mean, I'm just that kind of fellow before. I just went to make people angry. I just want to make people angry before. I never want to make people angry anymore. I never want to make you angry. I want to make you understand me. I mean, understand? I'm just joking around. I realize I always go for what you get angry about. And I'm so annoyed. I'm never so annoyed. I understand I can get so annoying that if I find out something that makes you angry, I try to always do that for you. I try to always make you angry then. I never try to make you angry though. I try to make myself grow. I try to make myself prosper. I try to make myself grow in the best kind of way forward. I make sure that no matter what, that this nice and beautiful podcast can go up online today. I promise you, every single day I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to process life forward. I'm learning how to live life moving forward. But I have plenty of time now. I have plenty of time. To have one YouTube profile is all I need. And let it be just on YouTube. I mean, YouTube. I mean, let it be that way. But that's how it is. And there's always content. I mean, there's always more content I can produce. And there's always more I can do. But the thing is, for me personally, that I need to go and grow myself differently. I need to help myself moving forward. I need to help myself move forward. And it's much more how it is. And I have a YouTube channel, I have videos, I have all this stuff happening. But people never have time to consume it. But my content is so interesting that people have to scramble for it, regardless. But you must understand anyway that I'm learning very quickly that in my Mega Drive you never have to scramble for my content. I have a Mega Drive where I have a YouTube account and it goes into my Instagram. And then from my Instagram you have an Instagram link, which is the bio link, and click on it and go into my university and go into my self-education folder and then go into my audio folder and then go and search up all these courses in audio programs that you have right there. And now if you want to find this course, this is my podcast courses. This is my podcast courses folder, and just click on it, and then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 400 courses. And it's just I label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have no time to say course 1. I just put 1. And I put 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And then I have no time to say course 1, developing your mindset, and course 2, the vigor of mindset. I have no time for that. I just want to upload content. So what I say is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, now when you get to the 12th one, of course it's a course, it's course 12. But of course, when you click on the course 3 folder, which says how to live your life, actually all of that is together. Actually all of it is together in how you live your life. So it's just full of ideas, yeah? I'm understanding straight away that you have to understand, you have to grow yourself and you have to find spectacular ways of being and doing, but it's all in order. And now my podcast courses are all in order. And I tried to make it all in order for you. Although I'm learning very quickly about life, so I'm understanding that no matter what, that if I do anything to help myself grow, I'm learning very quickly to love my life moving forward. And over here, in my dad's house, I have so much more space to move around. I feel much greater. I feel much better about everything. And it's more how I feel. And now I have no ADHD, but I'm unable to sit down still. But I can sit down still too. But at times, I have to move around. And at times, I have to sit still. And everything's good. But people who are unable to sit still are labeled as ADHD. So make sure you understand that. Make sure you understand that no matter what, that if you have a repulsive syndrome, then make sure you understand that it's for words. Make sure your life is words in life. And set yourself up for success. So no matter what, I let go of all my friends. I have no friends. I have no friends whatsoever except I and my family. You understand? I let go of these other people because they're nowhere near my life. They're nowhere near where I want to be. And I have to get away from them. And now I have subscription plans. And I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to remove Spotify. But why? I have to remove Spotify. And what else? I understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly about Audible.com can just be around. See, Audible.com can be around. But I'm understanding straight away that I'm learning something. I just let it be. But at my mum's house, I see Netflix. Netflix has to stay around. I'm understanding once you have it, you're learning from it. You understand? And you're learning from life itself. I'm learning how to watch all these films. I'm watching all these films. I've seen so many films. I watched so many films already. And I've watched more films than this whole world put together because of how fast I can watch films. I mean, you understand? I watch just the images of films. I never need the audio program from the film. I mean, you understand? I just need the images of the film because that's what stays with me forever, is the images. And now, you must understand that what's important right now is stimulating your mindset. And if you can stimulate your mindset through something that you read, then you're always much better for it. So when I read something, I read it on 3.4, I read on 3.5 times and 2 times. I realize 2 times and 3.5 times I can read that speed. And I can read on 4 times the speed too. So what I want to do is show you guys really quickly that what I'm doing is helping myself to grow. So if you read on 4 times the speed, then repeat it twice or 3 times. And then guess what? You may learn something in the process. And just go for it. I mean, you understand? So make sure you understand to repeat the book twice or 3 times over, and you'll learn 3 times as much. I mean, you understand? So what I'm doing over here is I'm always learning something. That the first time you read a book, you pick up around 15%. And then the second time you pick up the book, you read around 25%. And then the third time is around 12 in terms of 25%. And then 15% and 10%. So 15 and 25 is 5, you have 30, 40, and 25, then you have 65, I know my word I only, and then you have another 15, which is 70, 80, and then you have another 10. So the 6th time you pick up the book to read it again, you've already learned the book. I mean, learn something different now. I mean, in a sense, so apply the book. I mean, apply what you hear. I mean, apply what you do, but make sure you understand that no matter what, that you listen to Jesus Christ and follow Jesus Christ the most. I mean, run everything by Jesus Christ and ask Jesus Christ what he does in that situation. So that's how I live my life.